Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today we are making 3 cocktails for St. Patrick's Day. And yes, I realize I should be wearing green. I'm wearing this cool hoodie instead. You can get one too. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Back to the cocktails. These are Irish whiskey based, not green, although one of them's kind of green. The second one is a little green. I feel like people throw around that green color in their cocktails too haphazardly when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. Not that there's anything wrong with those cocktails, but we're taking a different path. We are going to have one classic, one riff on a contemporary classic, and then an original of mine. And then we can enjoy them. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes, and let's go have 3 cocktails for St. Patrick's Day. To the bar. Number 1, the Tipperary Cocktail. Although it wasn't invented in Ireland, it is named after an Irish town, Tipperary. If you like something like a Manhattan, then you are probably gonna love the Tipperary Cocktail. I like a nice Irish whiskey for this one. I'm using Redbreast 12-year. That's my go-to for this cocktail, but you don't have to. Whatever Irish whiskey you have is gonna be really nice. In fact, you could make this with any lighter style whiskey and it's gonna be very good. So to make this cocktail in a mixing glass, start with 2 ounces of Irish whiskey, add half an ounce of sweet vermouth, 1/4 of an ounce of green Chartreuse, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Give that a stir to chill and dilute. Strain off into a chilled cocktail glass. Express some lemon oil across the top. No garnish, because we're cool like that. And we have the Tipperary Cocktail. Cheers. All right. That is an outstanding drink. I haven't had one of these since last St. Patrick's Day. Really soft, but you certainly get the whiskey. The vermouth gives a nice richness to it, and then this herbal finish with the Chartreuse. Perfect. No, it's not perfect. Perfect means equal parts sweet and dry vermouth. So, on to number 2, which is the Irish Maid. I'm gonna level with you. This is a fairly new cocktail for me. It's a modern riff on a modern classic, a contemporary classic called the Kentucky Maid, which is a riff on a more classic cocktail called a whiskey smash. What is this one? The Irish Maid. The Irish Maid has cucumber, so we're gonna be muddling, and it has elderflower liqueur, which is something I don't work with all that often. It's not called for in a lot of classic cocktails, although it is a favorite of many bartenders. Now, in a shaken tin, first thing we're gonna wanna do is muddle 2 small pieces of cucumber. I like to do this in the cheater tin, which is the smaller of the 2 tins. Easier to get the muddler in there. Once that's muddled up, set that aside, and in the larger tin, pour 2 ounces of Irish whiskey, half an ounce of elderflower liqueur, half an ounce of simple syrup, and 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. Add ice and shake, and double strain to get all those cucumber bits into a double rocks glass. You can even line the inside of the glass with a cucumber ribbon if you so choose. And there we have the Irish Maid. Cheers. Ooh, zingy, zippy. First thing I get is cucumber and then the elderflower. Of course, the brightness from the lemon is really nice, very refreshing. I would say the Irish whiskey is slightly subdued. If you want a soft whiskey cocktail, I highly recommend this one. And it tastes very fresh, so it's very hopeful for the spring season. Oz really likes this one with tahini on the edge, so give that a shot if you want to try something different. And now I want to go back to a stronger cocktail. So on to number 3, the Lucky Stone. This is an original of mine. Came up with this one 2 years ago, and I still like it. Yeah, check out the video if you haven't seen it. To make the Lucky Stone in a mixing glass, start with 1.5 ounces of Irish whiskey. To that, add 1 ounce of an Amontillado sherry, half an ounce of apricot liqueur, and 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Add ice and stir to chill and dilute. Then in a chilled cocktail glass, add 1 cocktail cherry. That's your Lucky Stone. Strain the cocktail over the cherry, express lemon oil across the top, and there we have the Lucky Stone. Cheers. I like that color. Kinda looks like an apricot, peachy. Ooh, who came up with that one? That one is delicious. You get the sweetness from the apricot liqueur up front, the whiskey in the middle and kind of throughout, and then you get the sherry on the end. And what I love about the sherry is it gives it a savory note and extends the finish. The Lucky Stone. It may not make you lucky, but it makes you feel lucky. There we have it, 3 cocktails to ring in St. Patrick's Day or whatever day you want. Be safe, be responsible. I will see you next time. Cheers.